Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and recently I was considering buying a laptop for editing. So I was looking at the Razer Blade Pro or the MacBook Pro because people are saying FCP is better and stuff. But then I realized I'm not really editing on a laptop unless and until I'm going to a launch event. I'm not really going to be editing on a laptop. And I don't really go to launch events a lot. Since I do have a Mi Notebook Air 13.3 already, maybe I could use that for editing. But how would that work out? So today I was thinking of testing that out, and then an idea kind of just went off in my head. What if I actually shot a video? Would you guys be interested in watching it? Can you edit 1080p 60 FPS on a Mi Notebook Air 13.3? And you guys seemed interested, at least the ones who follow me on Twitter did. So here we go. In this video, I've got Premiere installed on this Mi Notebook Air 13.3. I got English Windows on it finally. So guys, I'm splitting this video into 3 parts, as I'm not uploading it as 3 parts, but basically 3 tests. So for me, when I'm at a launch event, I tend to shoot videos via any phone that I have in hand. I don't carry a dedicated camera because, it's not the hardware, rather the person behind it. I kind of have that trust in myself to give you guys good footage despite shooting with a smartphone camera. So the first test is me editing. We're gonna try to edit .movie file shot with an iPhone 7. So I just went out, shot some random B-rolls, and let's try editing that first. I actually thought you guys wouldn't want a screen recording for this, so I'm using a secondary camera that's mounted just off frame over here to capture the video stuff. Okay, we are opening up a new project, and here you go. GPU acceleration is enabled. This does have a 940MX from NVIDIA, and I'm not going for proxies over here. I'm going to edit the files themselves. So let me quickly import the footage. Importing the ones I shot with the iPhone. So I shot 12 clips, around 700 megs altogether, just with my Fitbit. That's what I had in hand. Okay, so let's see how the scrub through works. For the purposes of this video, let me disable audio from the Mi Notebook Air, of course. So scrubbing through seems to be decent. I'm not seeing any issues so far. So far, I'm finding editing on this smooth. Let's quickly move to another clip. Okay, this is just... Okay, the reason I got all this handheld, by the way, and the reason I went handheld and didn't use my gimbal is because I thought we could try some basic stabilization on it. So this is a 7-second clip. So let's try adding a warp stabilizer to it. And with the warp stabilizer, quickly jumping to effect controls. I don't want a subspace warp. Let's go position, scale, rotation. And it is 10%. It's taking some time, around 2-3 minutes is what it predicts. I want this to be a 1-minute video, so that's the length I'm going for. So yeah, let's move on. There's another one. I could stabilize this shot as well, but let's just add the B-roll. Okay, adding this, and let me play around with the times. I just want to see if I'm extending the time, slowing it down basically in post, if that's going to make a difference. It's still smooth playback. It's playing back at half resolution. If I switch to full, which is not required, I don't see it having issues still. So let's just see this. Walking, full resolution, still smooth. And I'll actually leave it at half resolution. That should be enough for working with this display. This size smaller display should still be fine. That is just okay. Works. Okay, this is still analyzing, so this doesn't count. The pan shot is fine. This is how I get these shots, guys. For those curious, I just slow these shots down in post. So if this is the shot, I'd probably cut somewhere in the middle of it and then hit R and then resize it so that it's slower, but since it's 60 FPS, it looks more stable. There you go. Okay, I still don't have any major issues with editing on this. I could see myself editing at events with this so far I've been happy. Now the stabilization's done. So we've got minor effects and then the stable footage. The stable footage is also playing back quite decently. Stabilized footage rather, no issues. So anyway, the adjustment layer is on and that's a 1 minute clip. And let's go ahead, render it now. So that took about 3.5 minutes and that's pretty decent. So if you want to use this to edit clips shot via a smartphone, even at 1080p 60 FPS, I feel it's quite smooth. So this might just about work out for me. So anyway, we're not going to end it over here. Let's push it a little further. And now I'm moving on to footage captured with the a6300 Sony camera. And this is MP4 footage shot with the a6300. So XAVC again. So okay, now let's actually take all this and put that into one bin, and let us go back and import stuff now. So MP4 shot with the a6300. I've got some from my Galaxy Note 7 unboxing B-roll footage. So yeah, you get to see the Note 7 again. Let's quickly create another sequence. New sequence from clip. Let's call it A6300. Let's quickly throw a bunch of B-rolls together. Okay, so far scrubbing this footage, I don't have any issues. Alright guys, I've just put together a sequence about a minute. Okay, let's actually extend this. So about a minute, here the sequence, and let's see how it is to scrub through. It's actually quite smooth, the scrubbing through part. So let's go grab our adjustment layer from the last one. I'm just for illustration purposes, I'm going to use the same adjustment layer. No issues. Okay, so let's go ahead, reverse speed over here and playback. And here we see the playback is stuttering. It's not the smoothest, but still it's workable so far. So even with the footage shot with the a6300, the Mi Notebook Air is holding up quite decently. So let's now move on to, okay, let's just watch this for a bit. That's the Note 5. Boom, boom, boom. We cut. Now and move on to the Note 7. This is reversed footage, so you can see the difference. Things are a little stuttery. Now we cut. And then again, this is not reversed footage, just regular footage. No stutter, it is managing to play back. Okay. And again, this is a focus pull. I would probably need to reverse it for the shot to make sense. So there you go, out of focus, and it comes into focus. So yeah, we're seeing a pattern here. Anything when you reverse speed, there's a little bit of stuttering, but barring that, it's still workable, very much editable footage. So that's good. Let's try rendering it, see how long it takes for this 1 minute footage reveal sequence in project, file, export, media, and go YouTube 1080 A6300 again to the desktop, export. There you go guys, this time the render is done, but this time around it did take a little longer, around 4.5 to 5 minutes. That's because of the footage we've used, and again note this time there was I didn't even use the warp stabilizer effect. So render times are a little longer if you go to, you know, DSLR footage like with the A6300 MP4. Now for the final test, we are gonna go with MXF XAVCL that Premiere absolutely detests. Oh, Sony. The reason why I shoot most of my footage with, I capture it to my Ninja Flame instead of to the card reader on my, to the card on my camera. That's because that's how much Premiere hates it. General scrub through, not an issue, seems to be fine. So I'm just gonna randomly cut it over here, guys. And even without an adjustment layer, it is still stuttering. I've not even added any color correction here. So MXF files, like I said, Premiere does not like these. Editing with MXF on this is not really gonna work out. Because guys, remember after this, if you're gonna be editing a file, you're gonna add a little bit of After Effects or something. So if the laptop is struggling right here, not for MXF. Okay, so anyway, just to check it out, Sony FS7 files, let's render this one. So guys, this time around it took about 8.5 minutes to render this footage, again around 1 minute. So my 2 cents here, if you're looking for some low-end editing, shooting with your smartphone and editing on it, or if you're gonna shoot with a DSLR camera, not too intensive, then yeah, sure, the Mi Notebook Air 13.3 can handle the basic edits without any issues. So I might actually end up retaining this as my primary editing device, because I don't really do heavy edits when I'm on the road at a launch event or whatever. It's just basic, you know, shoot some footage, write a script, voice it over, and put it together. So yeah, heavy edits, nope. But then again, we didn't expect that, not at this price, so that's all good. So I'm going to continue testing this laptop out, and I will come out with a full review. Before that, I will also be shooting what kind of games can it run kind of video. So if you have any suggestions on what games you want me to test on the Mi Notebook Air 13.3, let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you didn't, vote it down. But do either one. Indifference is the worst thing for a YouTuber. So let me know either way. And if you have any constructive criticism to offer, again, head on over to the comments below. And if you were kind of impressed with the video, or if you did like it a little too much, you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. That's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye now.